no. Look at the monitor. Over there. Oh shit.
Okay. I was working at a call center and I hated it. I just didn't want to be there. So I started writing a script and I wanted to make a movie about a bunch of kids that go to a horror movie marathon at a cinema. I love the idea of having a movie all set in a cinema. So that was the basic idea, and I loved movies like Suburbia and The Breakfast Club, so I wanted to make a film about, you know, all these different characters.
Can I just... your necklace? Sorry. Oh yeah, that is exactly the same as the one I had.
The characters would be just as interesting as the killer walking around. So I spent about probably 6 months on that script when I was at the call center. So I was meant to be working, but I was secretly typing away at scripts and storyboards. And I almost got fired twice, maybe 3 times. Because I actually remember there was one day where I'd printed like 10 scripts at the printer. So it was like, 1,000 pages, got this big box of paper. And I'm walking out of the place where I was working and they said, "Oh, Glenn, what's in the box there?" I said, "Oh, just some movie scripts." And like, okay, I'll see you in a meeting tomorrow morning.
We hope you enjoyed Bloodhouse 4. Now there will be a 20-minute interval. Please do take your rubbish with you, and the candy bar is open.
I looked him in the eyes and I asked him if he was cheating on me, and he said no.
I actually wrote the script before we had a cinema, which is a real big no-no. If you have an idea for something that's not easy to access, it's a good idea to try to solve that problem before you write an entire feature film about it. So went around to a bunch of cinemas and a lot of them said no. One of them wanted to charge quite a lot of money. And I went to a local cinema in Baronia, the Metro Cinema, and I handed in I had a big info pack, had the script and all these images and stuff, and said, "This is what we want to make." And Tom, the guy that runs the cinema, he was just arms wide open to us. He was just happy for us to be there. And we spent 41 days there making Cinemaphobia. That was spread over about a year. We did that. So
Weekends?
Yeah, it was weekends. It was after they closed some nights, so we didn't start filming till 11 o'clock at night and finished at 3, 4 in the morning sometimes, which is pretty crazy. Only a couple of times we did that, but that's what we had to do. That's, we wanted, everyone was available on certain days and we got them all down there to shoot scenes, and it was just very late at night sometimes. And it was heaps of fun. Like, I think everyone really loved working on that film. I loved working on that movie a lot because it was just sort of like hanging out with friends, and then we made a movie while we were there. But we had full access. Like, we could watch movies there sometimes if they were on, and the staff would put on movies for us, and there was, leftover popcorn bags that we could just, grab. So it was good. We had Adrian Stratton, who actually, he worked on Luna as well, and a lot of previous films that I've done. And he was a guy we met through the local paper. Like, he saw a story of mine and we became really good friends to this day. And he did a lot of practical effects. So he was the killer in Cinemaphobia, and he wore a mirror on his face, and we called the killer mirror face. So when he kills you, you see your own face dying. That was meant to be the gimmick of it. Pretty silly sort of stuff, but it's kind of original and kind of cool. So he walked around, he couldn't see where he was going at all. So he just had this mirror on his face. And he had to be guided, and we had to take a step left, take a step right. I put up 41 recently, and I put up Cinemaphobia from a few years ago, and 41 went crazy, and Cinemaphobia didn't yet. So, but it is available online to check out if you wish.
Officially, exclusively, mathematically, this is your final philosophy exam for the term, the semester, the year. Unfortunately, the remainder of your possible careers funnels to this point. So if you feel you're not ready, bad luck. You have 4.5 hours starting now. Good luck. See you in the future.
Hello. What? You need to listen to me very carefully.
I always wanted to make a movie sort of about my life a little bit, I guess. I love the idea of a guy being able to sort of run around and change his past, or to try to change it. And I love time travel films. My mum got me into like The Time Machine when I was a lot younger, so I'm sort of obsessed with that movie, and have been since. So I wanted to make a time travel film.
I think I should tell you something.
Yeah?
Something I should have told you a while ago. Well, I'm just going to say it.
When the script was first being developed, I came across a place called the Cold Reading Series, which was in the city, and I met Fiona, who was running that at the time, and it was the first feature that they'd read there. So a bunch of actors get together and they read scripts on stage, usually short scripts, and I'd sent her 41. She's like, this is a really cool script, we'll do a feature thing. So I think they sat there and read it for like 2 hours or an hour and a half, and people seemed to really get intrigued by it and were asking questions and like, if he did that, then how could this happen, and blah, blah, blah. And I sort of had an answer for most things. And then, yeah, that was good for me to be able to hear the script like that. And then about a week later, we started casting for the film. It was similar to Cinemaphobia. We shot like weekends. Like our main actor was from Geelong. So he was traveling like, 2 to an hour and a half, 2 hours to an hour and a half each time we shot anything. So he had to head up a fair distance for that. So we were shooting like, weekends and days where everyone was available, working around sort of people's work schedules. And I think I'm sure we shot something like 37, 38 days in total, maybe a bit more. And that was over about a year as well. It was a very complicated film, a lot of twists and turns and different versions of the main character and time traveling, things like that. So it's probably the best film I've made so far, I think. I think it's been the most well-received film that I've made. And people have sort of become a little bit obsessed with it, which is a good thing, which I didn't really, because I originally, when I made it, only showed it to like 100 people or so. And, I got good results, but when I put it out there, that's when we got a lot of response. And it's found an audience. We sent it off to festivals, and it kind of got into every festival that we sent it to, which was good, which was great. And it won at the Rhode Island Film Festival, and there was distributors there that saw it, and they contacted me about 2 months after it screened, actually, and they said, we want to put in cinemas in the States. So it did a small cinema theatrical sort of release over there, and then that lasted for about a year, and then the rights finished, the rights ended for their distribution. So I had it, and I thought, I'll put it online because I wanted people to see it, and it's been seen by, I don't know, like 1 million people or something.